The Wisdom Chronicles 2. A King's Pride, a Weaver's Challenge. Once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, there lived a king named Alaric. Now, King Alaric was a just ruler. Yes, but he was also rather naive. You see, he always believed that his ministers and courtiers, these close advisers who flattered him day and night, were honest and sincere. But in reality, they only pretended to care for him and the kingdom. They were just trying to get ahead in life, by saying nice things and making the king happy. This made King Alaric sad because he wanted to do good for his people, but he didn't know how. One day, while walking through the market, he saw a beautiful white rose and asked the vendor, "How much for that beautiful flower?" The vendor said, "For you, O king, it's just 1 gold coin." King Alaric readily paid the price and went on his merry way. Now, a poor man passing by saw the entire thing and couldn't help but complain, "That's too bad. 1 gold coin for a simple rose. Who does the king think he is?" Hearing this, the king stopped in his tracks and asked, "What did you say?" The poor man, startled by the king's sudden attention, stammered, I didn't mean to offend you, your majesty." But the king was not in the mood to listen. "Hand over your purse," he demanded. "It's filled with gold coins, isn't it?" The poor man protested, "But your majesty, I work hard for every single coin. It's all I have." But the king would not budge. He took the purse, threw it over his shoulder, and walked away, believing himself to be a generous benefactor. Now, as the days went by, King Alaric started taking every poor person's money, thinking he was helping them by taking their wealth and giving it to the needy. But little did he know he wasn't actually doing any good. The people grew resentful of the king and started to hate him. They questioned why he was so naive and how he couldn't see that those advisors of his were just using him. Meanwhile, far from the palace walls, in a small cottage lived a wise woman named Elara. She wasn't a queen or a princess, just a simple weaver, but everyone in town respected her because she was so kind and wise. One day, when the townspeople were about to lose hope, Elara called them all to her house. She sat them down and said, "We may be poor, but we're not powerless. We will face our problems together and help each other through this hard time. That's the only way we can get through this." Everyone loved this idea and promised to help each other. From that day on, Elara became the leader of the town, not because she wanted power, but because she wanted to help. She helped them plant new crops, take care of the sick, and even made sure that everyone had enough to eat. As months passed, the town was back on its feet, and King Alaric noticed all the positive changes. He was curious to know how the town had managed to recover without any of his help. So he decided to visit them. When the king arrived, Elara welcomed him with a warm smile and invited him inside. As they sat down, she asked, "Your Majesty, what brings you to my humble abode? Is there anything I can help you with?" The king was taken aback by her boldness and replied, "I wanted to see for myself how my people managed to survive the famine." Elara nodded understandingly and said, "Well, your majesty, we simply helped each other. We shared what little we had and made sure no one went hungry." She paused for a moment before adding, "Sometimes the greatest strength comes from the smallest of acts, like helping a neighbor or lending a hand to someone in need." The king pondered her words and realized that he had been misguided all along. He thanked Elara for her hospitality and returned to the palace, determined to make real changes for the betterment of his kingdom. And that's the end of our story. Moral of the story: don't judge a person by their appearance or social status. A true leader doesn't need a crown to be respected. The real strength of a nation lies in the unity and kindness of its people. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Hit that bell so you never miss an upload. What's next? We'll be diving into the weaver's dignity. See you then.